Hi guys, this is Jalen with JT Art Journey, and if you're new here, thanks for tuning into my channel, and if you're not new here, thanks for coming back. I'm happy you guys are enjoying the videos. So in today's video, we're going to be going over how to draw anything, and what I mean by that is how to break down what drawing is essentially. So drawing is pretty much just breaking things into their shapes. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. And we're going to be drawing Plankton from SpongeBob. If we have any SpongeBob fans, hey. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into the video. And yeah, so if you like that video, you like content like this, you want to learn more tips and tricks on drawing, then go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the video. All right, thanks. Okay, so I'm gonna start off by showing you guys a little bit of what I'm talking about. So if you look here, you see that Plankton is really just an oval, and then his eye, we have a circle shape there, his cheek, we have a circle there, and then for his antenna, they're straight lines with kind of like a triangle or a point at the end. So that's kind of just to give you a gist of what I'm talking about, breaking everything down into its shape. And so let's get into the video and I'll show you some more.
So first thing I'm gonna do, guys, here is I'm gonna start off with his body, and that's an oval shape. So like I said, we're gonna break this into shapes. So the shape of his body is an oval. Then we're gonna start with those lines that we need to make for his antenna. And as you can see, the first set of lines go actually on like inside his head. So they're gonna go where we can see them. And you can tell more what I'm talking about when you see how I drew the second set of antenna right there. They went behind his head, so you can't really see where they stuck to his head, and that's because he's turned at an angle. So we just want to make sure we keep perspective in mind, because that'll definitely help you make your drawings more on point if you don't want to use a grid method, which personally I don't use. I just kind of try to eyeball it. And then I added in the dashes for his antennae, and if you look in the picture, even though they're leaning in opposite directions, they match each other. Then I made a circle for his eye, and then I went back up to the top where his head is and just made sure that I darkened up the lines that I'm gonna keep. And then I started off with his eyebrow, which is kind of a curved line. We're just gonna make a curved line, connect it on the ends, and then make another curved line underneath. And you're going to do that 3 times. Kind of reminds me of a half check mark kind of shape, not fully a check mark, but a line with a curve in it, and just repeat that for 3 lines. Then we're gonna go down into that circle and start making the indentation lines for his eyelid, just making sure that we keep checking our reference photo. And then right here is his cheek, which is another little half oval shape. And then once you have that, I just make the connecting line in the middle to give the shape of the eyelid, and then go underneath and darken up the eye line, since we are keeping that line down there for his eyeball. Make sure you guys keep your lines originally light, just so that way it's not so hard to erase them afterwards. But then you definitely darken up the lines you're gonna keep. And then I went in with another half, or it's pretty much a circle, but just don't complete the top. So, and this one's leaning closer to the cheek, so just make sure once again you're looking at your reference photo. But you're gonna do a half circle and then go inside of that circle and make an even tinier one, and then make it like a Pac-Man shape where it's a circle, but it has a little area where it's missing a circle at the bottom for the highlight. Then the smile is a curved line right underneath the eye that you're gonna connect to his cheek, and then you're gonna go ahead and drop it down kind of like a fish hook, or like you're making the letter J. And then for his teeth, they're basically squares. Not all of them are perfect squares. As you can see, some of them have some angles to them, but the general shape of them are squares, and that's how I kept it in mind in order to draw them. You're just changing the shape a little to go with the angle. And then for the tongue, it's 2 curved lines. One is more slanted than the other, but 2 curved lines to make the tongue. And then underneath that, you're gonna do 1 curved line underneath his mouth, just to give the illusion of a lip. And then you see me darkening up the outside of his body to go down to the arm shape. And then that one, we're just gonna draw a curved line going down, And then as you see, I came in with his arm connecting, and his hand, I don't know what really shape to imagine that as, but I just checked my reference photo for that one. It kind of looks like an L shape if you want to look at it like that. And then I just made his arm kind of looks like a V. If you think about it like that, it looks like the shape of a kind of a cursive V. Now that I've said that, I can't unsee it. But yeah, that's what you can use. And then you come down to his legs, and his legs are really easy. They're just little half ovals, just thin ovals. And then as you see, I'm coming on the other side and darkening up my line there because I'm going to keep that. And his leg on the other side, since we see the front of it, it's connected to the body in the front. But the leg, the way he's turned, the leg in the back, we can only see the bottom of it. So it's not going to have that connection to the front of the body. And that's just another half little oval. And here you just see me kind of darkening up my details a little bit and just making sure that I have things the way I want. And I'm working on the other arm now, which is another little V shape. And right now I'm drawing his hand. And it's just a little, his hand is two ovals pretty much. A little one for the thumb, and then another bigger one for the hand, and then you come back up, and like you see, he has two V's for arms. Now I'm just going in and darkening up those details, but that is pretty much it. And if you use this technique when drawing, I promise you it's going to make things a whole lot easier, or at least it did for me. When you break things down into shapes, it makes it seem not so scary or daunting because we all learn shapes in elementary school. So it just makes it a little bit easier. And then I'm just going in with my eraser here and erasing the lines that I don't need anymore. And there you go. Now you have Plankton from SpongeBob. I hope you guys enjoyed.